So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Here we go 47. Here we go 46, 46.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Trey Burton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Green, 39. Green.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And a nice spin into some open field. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach, because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Right, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, Rosen. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got a guy that has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Leonard Floyd in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Buying time to his left. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
On first and goal, Gurley. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. From the gun, it's Rosen. Stepping up, he'll try and run. 13 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and goal.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
No. Check. Patriot.
They give it to him running left. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Rams on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is third and goal. And now it's Rosen looking. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing, Prescott, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. On second down, it's Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Gun.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Derek Barnett in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing just outside his own goal line. This is fielded at the 27. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Now, that's a pretty play right there, and what I'm thankful for is it wasn't me in that situation, because one of the toughest things about defending the deep ball is not panicking, because the longer you run with a receiver, you're trying to figure out, am I close to him? Can I make a play on the football? Will I be there when the ball actually arrives, what we call the moment of truth? And in this case, the defender did not panic, stayed right with it, and batted it away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Detroit! Set! Green 39! Green 39! Gone! 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 Gone!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And a route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On play action, Prescott trying to lay one up deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
After the interception, here's Rosen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Thomas the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Gone, 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 gone. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone. Come get some. Come on here, come get some. He don't want it.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. He's going to fire one deep over the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 39 that time. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And the Rams getting set to go now. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over.
The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And now running, Todd Gurley. Wave goodbye. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams just continue to pour it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Derwin James with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Going to throw deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Following the interception, here's Prescott rolling to his right. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A gain of 6 there on first. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. And the Steelers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Rams have got it back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. Runs through the contact and able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Patriot. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Over.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. While it didn't work there, are you okay with that play call? 1st and goal from this far back, trying to get it to the outside?
I am. They feel like they've got a little bit more room there to operate. What they were counting on is picking up a few yards and keeping the playbook open for the next down going forward. Instead, they've changed everything. Now they have to only go in one direction, and that's likely throwing the ball.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Myers for the extra point. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, it's Bell. And an alley to run. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big run that time by Bell. 43 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 15. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It's the linebacker, Manti Te'o, on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Rams have got it on cruise control.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up. 4
touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional.
It's caught inside the 25. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott dancing to his left. Oh, Prescott stripped. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now it's Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. A deep ball for Gurley. And the defense loses it. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big conversion there for the Rams on 3rd down. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
4 down, 4 down. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Gone! 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 Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now Rosen. Being chased out left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Rams just continue to pour it on. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's go deep.
A second down throw for Prescott. Forced out to his left. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time you had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Second down, Prescott steps away to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Robbie Anderson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to get a score back. Forbath able to convert the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Forbath out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
3-19.
To throw is Rosen. Flushed out right. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big conversion there for the Rams on 3rd down. And even 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Rosen. Sharks got it, left side. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Gone! Leopard!
following the penalty. It's Gurley. And some space here. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Lucky 56.
On the toss, it's Gurley. Down right around the 25. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going on 4th down. Rosen. And this is going to be incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. On 1st and 10, Prescott buying time to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And some room to maneuver. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On third down, here's Bell. Room here to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And now here is another interception. Dante Jackson picks it, and he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Oh, Rosen's going to throw it. Dancing, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
The Rams on third down. They've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Gurley now. Toss right. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Rams, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.